Later this year, Americans will elect a new president. Here in Macon County, both Democrats and Republicans went to the polls in large numbers on Super Tuesday, March 1st. And to hardly anyone's surprise, the frontrunners for each party both won big here in Macon County. More than 3,600 voters went to the polls in Macon County on March 1st. Nearly 3,100 people cast their votes in the Republican primary, while more than 500 voted Democratic. When all the votes were counted, there were two big winners in Macon County.
Donald Trump was the big winner, of course. He won by his closest competitor was 1,000 votes behind him. He had just over 1,700 votes. And then Hillary Clinton on the Democratic side, she had 343 and basically almost doubled Bernie Sanders in her totals.
Macon County Administrator of Elections Barry Doss says he was pleased that so many Macon Countyans participated in the voting process.
Actually, it was a really good turnout, more than I was expecting for a primary. We had about a 30% turnout for the election, and Election Day was very unusual this time. We had a little bit over 2,000 turnout for Election Day, and early voting and absentee, we had about 1,600. So it's unusual. It's a flip-flop of roles there of what typically happens, where we had about 65% on Election Day, and 45 on or 35 on early voting. So it's a much better turnout on Election Day than in past elections.
Doss says if you're not registered to vote and want to cast a ballot in the November presidential election, you still have time.
Everybody has to be registered 30 days prior to an election. And so that's the big thing. Don't put it off. Let's go ahead and get it done. As soon as we certify this election, we'll be putting in probably 75 new registrants already coming into the system. So don't wait. Go ahead, let's get it done. Don't wait till the last minute. Like I said, 30 days before each election is a deadline for you to register for that election. And I see a big November in our future. I really see a lot of huge turnout for November. And, and I'm hoping we'll still carry that on to August too, where we have a county primary and a county general and state primary in August.
As far as the November election for the presidential race, why do you think so many people probably will be interested?
Well, it's a lot of different factors going on when you think about who all's interested there. Of course, it's Barack Obama's at the end of his term, so we know we're having a new president. So it's something new's coming in, and I think a lot of people are looking some type of a change, and it's going to be a change regardless of which party wins it. We're going to have a change in the presidency, and so I think there's a lot of interest in it right now.
Having the right to vote is something none of us should ever take lightly. One vote can help shape the future. Reporting in Lafayette, Barry Hyatt, NCTV.